Hi guys, this is one in Amelian. Welcome to another episode of More to Life Than Mondays. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time watching, right now I'm doing this Walt Disney World series. So I'm here visiting Orlando and I'm doing a month's worth of videos featuring different places that you can travel here. Obviously the resorts, the parks, different places where you can eat here, and as well as my own personal vlogs on my thoughts and experiences being here. So for this vlog, I'm going to be talking about my personal comparison of Disneyland versus Disney World and what I think about both, how I would compare them, and so forth. So honestly, to start off, Disneyland, I would say right off the bat, overall is more of a personal kind of park. It's smaller, it's more compact, but at the same time, they pack a lot into such a little space. Like you get out of something and you turn a corner and you're somewhere else, or you're gonna see somewhere else, and there's so many shows, there's so many attractions, so many like little characters that you can meet, so many like hidden gems here and there, and like hidden treasures that I think motivates a lot of Disney fans to go there and become fans of Disneyland, which I love. Like, for example, if you didn't know, in Fantasyland, right outside the Snow White ride, there's a window where the queen comes out. She opens the curtains and pops out and she goes back in. It's really simple, it's really small, you would miss it if you didn't know that you were looking out for it. So love that about Disneyland, that it cares about the most minute details. And then in comparison, Walt Disney World, I feel like it's way more expansive. There's a lot more space. I feel like compared to it, like Walt Disney World has a lot more space, but the same amount of things. Like, it doesn't put a lot of things into that big amount of space. It kind of like takes a while for you to get to places because it's so expansive. Like, if you didn't know, Walt Disney World actually is in Lake Buena Vista, which is a city that it's its own hub for Walt Disney World. Like, in other words, Walt Disney World has its own city. Lake Buena Vista, that's Walt Disney World. It's insane. That's how big it is. That's how many like acres and upon acres of land Walt Disney World has, which is really awesome because if you didn't know, Disneyland has to have a, like, they have an agreement with the city of Anaheim whenever they have their fireworks. The city of Anaheim always has to know when. So if the fireworks go off later, it's like there's some sort, it becomes a huge deal, like a state of emergency. Like, the fireworks are supposed to go off at 9:30. Why are they going off at 10 or 10:30 instead? That's not supposed to happen. So Disneyland can actually get penalized. But in comparison, Walt Disney World is so huge and vast and massive that they can do whatever they want in comparison, in terms of like fireworks and big explosions that would disturb the city of Anaheim when you look at Disneyland, because Disneyland is so small and it's surrounded by neighborhoods. So like all the neighbors know whenever there's like explosions happening at 9:30, for example, whenever the fireworks happen at 9:30, oh, Disneyland, nothing to worry about. But there are certain things that I love more about Disneyland. Honestly, like, I don't mean to start a fan war or anything. Like, please don't hate me, guys, when I say this. This is just my own personal opinion. We can defer, we can have our different opinions. I know a lot of my Disneyland people are gonna love me for saying this, but I don't want Walt Disney World people to hate me either. I love the Disneyland Fantasmic a lot more. And the reason why is because since Disneyland is so small, it feels a lot more personal because you're standing right by Pirates, right where you were walking earlier that day, and they section off the area so that you can look onto the island, which you could have visited earlier that day, and they have the show right there. So it's not like some sort of stadium that you go to like far off in the distance way later, and it's in some sort of like stage that's kind of far away. This is an island that's like right next to you. Like if you're at the front of Fantasmic, you can literally like yell at the performers and they can hear you. Like it's not like that in Walt Disney World at all. They are so far away and it's so big and so loud that they might hear you, but you might not hear them back. Yeah, I mean, the story of the Fantasmic in Disneyland is different. Both the old version and now the new version are different from the Walt Disney World version, and honestly, I prefer both of those, even though I honestly prefer the original Fantasmic that was prior to the current one that came out last year, 2017. I prefer the old one before that, just because, I don't know, like, I guess nostalgia purposes. The new one's pretty good too. Just these few things I won't mention that I don't particularly like, but overall it's pretty good. Just this one scene that I don't really like. But yeah, so Fantasmic in Disneyland 1, Fantasmic in Walt Disney World 0, sorry guys. But then by comparison, something that I like more about Walt Disney World than Disneyland, honestly, Walt Disney World stepped up its game in terms of rides. I mean, and it stepped up its game in terms of the atmosphere, the environment of certain parks, like Epcot. Epcot's my favorite park of all time. Granted, I've only visited Disneyland, Walt Disney World. I have not visited any other park in the world. I hear that Tokyo Disney Sea is amazing and it's the best park ever. I hear that when Shanghai Disneyland opened, it's the best park ever. So I don't know. I really want to visit, but for now, that's just what I know. That's what I'm gonna judge it upon. I'm just basing it off of these two parks. Epcot's my favorite park. I don't even need to have like fast rides or like Fantasyland rides from like my childhood movies. It's just so like the technology, and it's honestly, I feel like Epcot is a very highbrow park, you know, like compared to lowbrow humor, highbrow humor. It's very highbrow. It appeals to the very fancy people, which I guess I'm in that category. I love the World Showcase where you can see all the different countries. It feels like you're there, and then all the cast members are from those countries. So if you're Norwegian and you go to Norway, you can have a conversation with the cast members there. It's brilliant. And then in Future World, it's all just technological and advanced and futuristic, and like the land. I love that because you can see how in Epcot they grow their own crops and the different, like how they incorporate technology with farming, and it's amazing. It's really like mind-blowing and just very informative. So I love that. And obviously Animal Kingdom, a zoo on steroids. It's not just a zoo and a theme park combined. It's like its own thing. Like, I don't even know. That's my mom's favorite park. But 100%, they're different, you know. Magic Kingdom, obviously Disneyland came first, so Magic Kingdom is a copy of Disneyland. There's a lot of things that are similar, some things that are different. I like that Disneyland is more intimate, like the cast members, they get more involved with you, and the whole atmosphere. I don't know. It's just something that's like more like everything's directed more to you as a person rather than you feeling like you're one in the giant mass of people they're talking to or trying to sell something to, you know? So I feel like that's why a lot of Disney fans like Disneyland a lot. Though I wouldn't doubt that they love Walt Disney World as well. Like, I'm not trying to pit size them. I'm telling you, I love both of them. But let's see. So yeah, I feel like those are pretty concise versions of my thoughts on both parks without giving too much away that I could dive into in more detailed videos. But in conclusion, I love both parks for different reasons, and I enjoy coming here. I mean, obviously, like they can be very tiring, so you have to take your time. I like to take my time and soak it up and enjoy and not have to be so rushed. But you know, there's a lot to see and a lot to do in both Disneyland / California Adventure and Walt Disney World with Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios. There's a lot to see as well in the hotels. A lot of people forget that in the resorts there's like little shows in the hotels. There's really cool pools, really cool like restaurants that you should check out. So I hope to enlighten you all in some of those, perhaps, that I could like show you guys. But yeah, that's about it for this video. If you like this kind of content and would like to see more, because I'm doing a whole series on Walt Disney World, subscribe down below so you can follow me in everything I do. Make sure to like this video if you like this kind of content. Would like to see more content just like this? Make sure to comment down below. What did you think about my opinion? Do you like agree, disagree with me? Just make it friendly. You can comment down below and we can have a nice discussion. What do you like about Disneyland? Dislike? What do you like or dislike about Walt Disney World? Let me know in the comment section below. And also follow me on social media so you can get the latest and greatest on my channel, what's happening next and everything. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you next time. I hope you enjoy this series. Bye.